you don't have to wait for 30 days of no contact and pray that she will miss you. First and foremost, she won't. Second, you have to act now. And third, I will show you how to act. So grab a pen and paper, watch this video carefully, make sure to watch it till the very end, and you'll know exactly what to do. So if you're blocked right now, or if she's angry, what you need to do is to actually write her a letter that you send physically through FedEx or courier. And in the description below, you can get the template for that letter. And this letter, if you feel in your emotions, your situation, opens her up to conversation. And here's a very, very important moment. You cannot have it all at the same time. You have to go in steps. The first step is reestablish communication if it's not there. You need to become neutral acquaintances. From neutral acquaintances, you start increasing the frequency of messaging each other and you become friends. And when friendship is opened, instead of staying in friend zone, you start flirting in the messages, and I'll show you how to do it so she doesn't see how subtly you go from one step to another. From flirting, you'll go into actually having sexting, from sexting to actual sex. And when that sex happens again and again and again, it's amazing. But you have to go through steps, because if you try to force it through, you'll get resistance, because she made the choice to break up with you and she doesn't give second chances. And I'll give you one thing to know, okay? Never trust what she says. Never take her seriously. Then you'll get into her manipulations and all the other stuff, and you'll just be dragged down by believing the words she says. For example, did she ever tell you that she loves you? She did, right? And then she told you that she never loved you ever, or she doesn't love you. Like, how does it work that at a certain moment she told you that she loves you, at a certain moment she says, I never loved you? What? Because that's not real expression on feelings, trying to press buttons on you. It's a very natural woman thing to do. There are two approaches to this. You either believe her and you get manipulated, or you chill out and realize only look at the actions. And I'll show you how to guide her actions. The steps should be subtle. First step, if you're now blocked, you get unblocked. And I have a video about it on this channel. You'll know exactly how to get unblocked. But for now, you need to watch this video to know all the steps. The next step is when, she says hi, but you realize she wants to stay distant. The way to go from the acquaintances stage to friends stage is gradual increase of communication. You know how when you boil a frog, the frog doesn't feel the temperature heating up? So essentially, if she's okay with you writing once a week, the first week you write once, the second week you write twice, the third week you write 3 times, then you write 4 times. And make sure that you mention some inside jokes, some stuff only the two of you understand, but make sure to use the subtle language that never goes into any desperate territory. If you want help with that, I can show exactly what to do, and there is a video in the description that will show you what you can do to start getting help. Once you're there and you increase the communication slowly, so you now talk every day, you can start heating up those things to start turning daily texting into flirting. At this stage, you should be sending her 2 texts a day. 1 always at the same time of the day. If she's a night owl, should be before she goes to bed, so kind of good night thing. If she's a morning person, should be something like good morning that she gets in her morning. And this is something that is constant, stable in her life. The second daily message should be at random time and should be always something different. Like, for example, make a photo of something beautiful you saw. Make an inside joke about something only the two of you understand. Don't flirt yet. You're just giving her something to hold on to. It's important that when you get someone addicted, some things should stay stable, some things should be varied. And that's why one of the messages is something that she expects at the same time, another message is a surprise. Do that for 2 weeks, get her addicted to that communication. Once that happens, the second random time message should become flirting. So at that time, when you finally got her addicted to just communicating, you start flirting. Now here's the difference between flirting and sexting. Sexting, you talk about, sex. With flirting, you talk ambiguously. An example of flirting would be, I had a dream about you. What was there? If I tell you, it wouldn't be that interesting, would it? But it was amazing. I gave you the most primitive example of flirting, but even that works. So it's mysterious and ambiguous. But basically, that's the flirting step. As flirting goes on, you will know that she's responding when A, you start getting hearts on your messages, not just likes, not okays, not laugh emojis, but heart emojis. Then you can start doing sexual innuendo. Girls have this fantasy that they will never admit, but you can see that they have this fantasy because best-selling romance novels have that fantasy ingrained into that. And those texts are really calculated by very smart people. Those are marketing products that know female psychology. Is when, well, I'm with another guy, but my ex is texting me and I'm texting back. I know it shouldn't be there, but I'm still doing this. You know, girls love this ambiguity, to be torn between two guys. So even if she's with another guy right now, and her ex is giving her the right kind of attention, she'll get into that hook. Of course, she told you that she never gives second chances. She told you to forget about her. But what did I tell you earlier in this video? Don't take her seriously. Words mean nothing when they come from her mouth. Now, words that you say, they impact a lot of things. But she doesn't know what she feels. Most women don't know their feelings. Their feelings are more complicated than they can process. There's an amazing book about that called A Billion Wicked Thoughts. You will be amazed how much ambiguity and confusion therein. I don't give second chances, but I mean, we're messaging each other and I don't know. Is a perfect place for her to be. It's very attractive. And when you take that sexting and build it up, build it up, build it up, then you will know it's the right thing where you're actually getting some sexy pictures from her. That's when you just tell, let's get for a coffee sometime. No obligation. And make sure that this coffee is near to your place, okay? And after that coffee, you should get together. Now, there are some details to this approach that I cannot disclose in this video because it's going to be way long. When to touch her during the coffee date, should you go for a kiss, when, what to answer when she says, oh my God, it shouldn't have happened. But basically, you should end up in bed. If it didn't happen the first time, it will happen the second time. Then the sex should be amazing. You're going to hear from her, this shouldn't have happened. It will never happen again. And then she'll go home. And then you disappear for a week, and that's when she'll start missing your presence. Not when you do the 30-day no contact after a fight. When it was so amazing, she herself stopped it, and she'll regret it. And then all you need to do is say hi in a week or so, or she says hi first, and you kind of start over again, but you go through the steps real fast. One friendly conversation, second one is flirty, third one is sexting. Fifth conversation, you say, hey, let's get together again. She will say no, but yes, but nothing will happen. Well, okay. And you're back together in bed. That second time, if she doesn't say it shouldn't have happened, if she says, oh, we're not back together, we're just having sex occasionally, say yes. The third sex date, or the fourth one, when you see that her eyes are completely glazed after the sex, and when you feel that she's very emotionally clinging to your body, that's when you say, you know, I feel that you still love me. That's okay, I love you too. I know you don't give second chances, but it's much more important to be happy than to be right. Let's give us another chance. Let's give us another chance. I love you. That's when that conversation makes sense. When she went through this journey of falling in love with you a second time, those words become magic. But when they're said at the wrong time, they become empty words. That's why the same words, I love you, I didn't love you, doesn't matter, context matters. So that's why you should say it, but you have to say it at the right time. So this is the whole journey. But in order to go through that journey, you have to go through every step. Maybe you are already on a second or third step. Maybe you are already writing to each other. Maybe you already have occasional sex. But you have to go through all the steps, starting from the step where you're at. You cannot skip steps, okay? And in some cases, some steps take longer. For example, if you're in different cities or different countries, the step of texting takes longer. So she actually is ready for you to fly in or for her to fly into you. Sometimes where another guy is involved, her agreeing to sex takes longer because she has to fight her consciousness a little bit, but it shouldn't stop you. Because I've done it so many times helping clients to get their ex back and the other guy was in the picture. It's not the end. The idea, oh my God, it's the end. Total bullshit. Total bullshit. Ignore that. They love to be torn between two guys. You know what was the most popular movie in genre of romance for women? Twilight. You know what Twilight is about? It's about a girl being torn between a vampire and a wolf man, and she doesn't know which one to choose, okay? That's the ultimate fantasy. So forget, oh, the other guy, I'm so faithful, I don't give second chances. You have all the chances in the world. It does take time though. It's about 2-3 months. Now, take this method that I just shown you and compare it to the nonsense of just wait 30 days of no contact and magic will happen. What I told you really works. It took me 12 years to figure this out. You have your own unique special case. And what I advise you is to look at the video in the description. That is a more extensive video explaining how you can get direct help in your situation. Take a look at this and together we'll get her back.